Holy, okay. We're ready to get this started now.
Welcome back to another episode of the
Never.
Collective Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Collective Podcast. I'm your host with the most TheWeezus. After many technical difficulties, we have finally fixed it. Today,
They've all been cut out though.
they've all been cut out by the editor.
They've all been cut out except for the one that blows your ears out.
You can see it in the behind the scenes special episode that's going to come out.
You can subscribe to our Patreon.
At our 1 year episode celebration. I had to sit through that. Oh, shot.
You thought you got me.
Anyway, I'm your host with the most TheWeezus. This, with me as always, is Erlynbebe the Queen.
Hello.
And joining us today is NC1, aka Nick. What's going on, guys?
Where's my rhyme?
I couldn't think of
Where's
one on
my
the
rhyme?
spot. Dude, I had weeks to think of what we got now. You gotta show up more often, and then maybe I'll start thinking of stuff.
Granted, we also just spent like 20 minutes trying to fix audio, so like honestly, I don't know if we have time for rhymes.
Nah, it's fine.
Listen, if we have time for audio issues, we always have time for rhymes.
True.
I'd argue the rhymes are more important.
Okay, my bad.
having a good audio experience, lame. Lame.
All right, hold on. There we go. Okay.
Take this.
Freaking God.
Hooray.
So, I'm wondering where we should start today. What do you think?
Well,
Nick?
we had one homework assignment. It was to talk about Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar is dropping his new album, or not dropping it. He announced it.
He announced it that he is dropping
May 13th.
It's true. His last album on the label Top Dog Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, who the fuck knows? He might just leave.
He might
never come back.
And then live.
I did hear talk about this, like, it being, if not but one of his last projects. Am I mistaken?
Like I said, confirmed last on Top Dog, which is his label.
Oh, last on Top Dog. Okay.
Yeah. Whether or not, we don't know if he'll actually disappear or not, because it's been 5 years since Damn.
It has been. I don't know. He might go on hiatus, or maybe he'll just go independent, or maybe he'll find a new label.
He started one, I believe. He started a label
really
called PG Lang. This was a while ago. This was at least 2 years ago. Last year, 2 years ago.
The name of the album is Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
The biggest of steppers. Gotta fill in some clown shoes, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm excited. If it's Kendrick consistent, even if it's his last. Well, yeah. What do you want me to say? Logic consistent? Do you want logic consistency? Huh?
Nah, not really.
Exactly.
Logic was so. I think Logic is good at what he does, and it seems to work because he does have a cult fan base. But I don't know. I was just never into him like that. He had a couple of good songs, in his early days.
It's like him and Chance. It was the early stuff is pretty good. Chance more so, Acid, was it 10 Day and Acid? I forgot the name of it. It's his best. Fuck this.
Yeah, I never really got into Chance, but I know there was
Acid Rap.
Two songs by Logic that I really fucked with, when he was first coming out. What was it? It was called Ballin' and 5 a.m.
Yeah. I fucked with his first album, pretty heavily. But the stuff, no Under Pressure or No Pressure, one of the two. I can't remember the song name.
No Pressure, Under Pressure, can't remember.
There is just pressure in the name, however.
There is pressure in the name.
I don't think that's the name of this first time. I'm trying to remember the same. I think it's gang related. I think that was a song I fucked with heavily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't super into him. Like before he was releasing albums and shit. Like I heard about him and he had a couple good songs, but I wasn't really like a Logic fan per se. Like I was like, oh yeah, he's got those 2 good songs. You know.
Sometimes that's all you need. 1 or 2 good ones.
I feel like a lot of artists like they're like, oh, I wrote these like a couple of really good songs, and then after that they just ran out of creative juice.
I mean, I don't think they burnout. I mean, they have to do a lot.
Yeah,
burnout's one thing, but sometimes everything else just doesn't get like mainstream traction. Like, look at Gautier.
Yeah.
They've definitely released an album, but no one knows anything but the one song.
I'm sure they've released music since then too. Have we heard about it? Probably not.
I mean, I know I haven't. So
I mean, that's how one-hit wonders work.
It's probably fire. It's probably better than it. It's just like sometimes. The most creative stuff doesn't get mainstream traction. Like, it's never going to get put on the radio. Carly Rae Jepsen has, like, a pretty large cult following. And I know she's released more songs after Call Me Maybe. But, like...
Yeah.
Everyone says everything post that is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, she did a song with... Who was it? Owl City.
Owl City, yeah.
That I thought it was better than fucking Call Me Maybe. I'm like, why is that song still popular?
It's an earworm.
More of like a meme song.
It's a meme, but it is kind of an earworm.
Yeah.
Like it's just catchy enough to sing.
Yeah,
and it's really easy.
It is radio candy for sure.
And it also like would attract kids.
Yeah, it's PG. True.
Yeah.
But did they ever call her? We'll never know.
It's weird. Like I see like some of my favorite artists like on Spotify, and you'll see like some of their best selling songs like at the top of their like you know, you go to the artist list on Spotify and it's just like it's got their like top 5 or top 10 songs, and I'm just like those are the most listened. That doesn't mean they're good.
Well, that's usually, besides top listen, it also has to go with popularity. It's listened to for that, like, it's that popular.
Like,
besides whether it's good or not, it's just a matter of it's their most popular song.
The guy who made Astronaut in the Ocean is probably like swimming in dough.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
Like, a hate listen is still a listen.
That's true.
Meme listen is still a listen.
Yeah. You clicking on the YouTube video to like record it for like a hate video that you're making,
a reaction.
You're still giving ad revenue to that person. Congratulations, you helped them.
It's true. If you hate watch the collective podcast,
yeah,
you're counting as a view.
I know. If
we have hate watchers already. That's
watchers. Great. Hi, haters.
Aw, I love that for you guys.
We love our fans and our haters.
Send us all your hate comments by subscribing to the stream.
Yep, and we will react to them on our React channel. YouTube.com/collective react. No, that's not real. Don't look that up.
Not yet.
Not yet. Pusha T is dropping tonight. Like he's dropping an album?
Yeah, he is dropping an album.
Ooh, big.
Yeah, the first single, Jay-Z. Oh yeah, I was like, my memory. Go on. Did you see the for Jay-Z for albums? Did you see the back like maybe a couple weeks ago the Arby's, the track he did for Arby's?
Arby's?
Oh, a couple weeks ago. It's been a couple years now.
No. This was recent.
Oh, it's a new one?
Was it not Arby's? Yeah, Pusha. He did recently. It was like a month ago. Okay, 4 weeks, whatever. Where he disses McDonald's for Arby's.
No shot. He did a diss track on McDonald's with Arby's.
Yeah.
Dude, what is this world come to?
There's a lore behind it too, because back in the day, Pusha T did the ba-da-da-da-da, I'm loving it stuff for McDonald's, and like an idiot, decided to take the upfront payment instead of royalties.
Wow.
No.
So he's still a little salty.
Salty,
that's almost besides his own.
Like a McDonald's fry.
Yep.
You can't get upset at your own mistake. Well, you can get upset at yourself for your own mistake, but you can't get upset because they didn't decide to give you what you decided to dip out on.
Yeah, but holding a grudge makes some money.
Yep. And it's funny.
I mean, not for sure.
Look at Drake.
Did you guys see that viral video recently of like Drake and his like road blocking crew?
I have not.
No.
Describe it for me.
So I guess Drake's in this like limousine or this car or whatever, and he's in the back seat and he's being driven out of like this little parking lot area. And he's got these like 3 massive dudes going on both sides of traffic, blocking people from like getting out because like he doesn't have the right of way. So he just told his guys, "Hey, go block traffic so we can get out of here faster."
Wow.
Which is illegal. You can't just block traffic.
You're not like that, that's for sure.
Yeah, not unless you like work for the city or the state or something.
Or it's like an emergency or something.
Yeah.
Like a car crash or something.
But this big guy was like blocking this guy, and the guy kept trying to like drive around him. Like, bro, what are you doing? Stop blocking me. He was like trying to drive around him.
Yeah.
And then the security guard was like threatening him. Like he was like, "I'm blocking your car, bro." And he's just like trying to get around, and he's like, "You better not, bro. Run me over." He was like, "I'll take your fucking Tesla."
What the fuck?
Oh.
I don't know how dedicated you could be to that like kind of job. Like, you want me to go out in the middle of the road, cause traffic? Really?
I don't know. They did it.
Am I getting a raise? Did I get like a extra bonus or something?
I don't know how much they were paying him.
Probably a hot bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's Drake.
He do make the money.
It was entertaining. I saw it on a couple of subreddits, like idiots in cars. What's another one?
What means he has most of the time. They have like drivers, so like this driver should know better at least.
The driver knew where to go. It's just that he was like, "I'm sick of waiting," and then he sent people out there to block traffic so that he can get out, instead of just waiting until it's clear and then. I mean,
yeah.
not like he was driving. He was just like, "There's a lot of traffic here. Go stop it." Like a spoiled little rich kid he is.
This is why
it's true.
$4.
He needs to stop traffic with the street way. Bring out the gat.
Yeah, just start shooting at cars to get him out of the way.
Sounds like a GTA problem.
Grand Theft Auto style.
Yep. Yeah, that was interesting to watch.
I would bet.
What time was this? Like, what time did this happen?
Middle of the day. It looked like the sun was still out.
Like, all I'm thinking is like somebody went out for like a lunch break and then probably got stuck in, Drake traffic because this dude is like spoiled and he doesn't know how to wait. Like, imagine trying to explain to your boss why you're late and it's like, yeah, it's because Drake decided to cause traffic. That doesn't sound like a real excuse. All I wanted was lunch.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Oh, speaking of celebrities, did you guys hear about the Adin Ross ban?
Now hold on, you said Adin Ross is a celebrity.
He hangs out with celebrities. How about that?
Better.
There we go.
Hey, man. There's nothing much to say. Shouldn't have said a slur.
Is that what happened? I don't even know what happened. I just know he got banned.
He was on someone else's stream and said the F slur, but not realizing he was live.
Yeah,
wow.
Because that's a Twitch thing. That's a recent Twitch thing, or no?
I don't think it's a recent Twitch.
They changed it somewhere along the way.
I would say if recent, it was probably like at least 3 or 4 years. Like, yeah, probably like 2019 would be the change, I would say.
Because if he was on somebody else's channel and he said that person who was streaming would have got banned. But now I know somewhere along the way they have some way of tracking or knowing who's on whose channel or who's a partner on what channel, no matter what stream you're on, and they'll
the offsite one, I think.
Yeah,
would be recent.
What's that?
But yeah, I mean, technically it is still on site. Like, he is doing it on site, so I think he might have still been banned regardless.
Yeah. Also, Soda Poppin' got banned.
What?
Well, yeah, he's been banned for like a whole week now.
Damn.
He's chilling.
He's chilling, but like he's upset because he wants to stream. His roommates have said that he's not taking it very well. He's still kind of upset that he can't stream and that he's banned, and he doesn't know why. A lot of people speculated he was banned because he was playing a game and he decided that there was a character customization screen where you could paint over the character's face. And so him forgetting that he's streaming like he normally does, he decided to paint the entire character black and then put red lips on him, and then he was like, "Grr, blackface." And then somebody clipped it and it was like going viral, and then he went on Twitter and apologized for it. But then he wasn't banned until like 2 or 3 days after that. So nobody knows for sure if that's why or if that's even
I mean, the Adin Ross thing was also like at least a couple days after.
Really?
Yeah. So maybe they're just slow this week.
Yeah. Well, Twitch is known for inconsistent bans.
I would argue these two have been the most consistent bans they've had.
Yeah,
they're just slow. Maybe this is the turnaround. Maybe this is their New Year's resolution.
Yeah. They're getting consistent, but they will be late. They will be reviewed, and it will take a couple days.
You know, it is better than like just never, doing what they have to do. I don't know if he should come back. I don't care about an apology. Whether you forgot or not.
I don't think it was like I think the story is that he started drawing on his face for some other reason, forgot, and then realized it, and then said, "Oh shit, blackfaced." He might have done it maliciously, or he might just be stupid enough to. He might just be stupid enough to forget.
Yeah, I think he was just being stupid. I don't think he's racist because of that. I don't see any reason to like keep him banned for it.
I mean, technically, you don't got to be racist to do racist stuff.
You don't.
No,
that's why. I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying you don't with a question mark.
No, what I'm saying is,
you
don't have to be you don't have to be like a racist to have prejudice. Like, you can still be, and I say that because like there's like a slight technical difference. Like, you're still being racist, but you're not racist. It's a habit that you've picked up because of family. You may not realize it. Like, a lot of my friends have family members who are racist, and they have picked up habits and things that they say without realizing that it's a racist thing to say. Now they know better, but when we were in high school, it was just a normal thing. I'm not saying it's okay, but it's like I call it a prejudice. Like, you're being prejudiced, you're not being racist, but you still can be a racist and not like, obviously, a race. You know what I mean? But if you pick up habits, then yeah, you could say you're not racist, but you do have racist habits, like a prejudice. That's, to me.
Yeah. I wasn't saying
it is, but, you know.
Yeah, I wasn't saying you don't, like, with a question mark.
Oh, yeah,
no. Like, I was saying you don't. I'm just saying, like, in the case of this, he's just, like, doing something else in his head and not realizing it until, like, one moment.
Too late, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little too late.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I did hear someone say that, too. That he wasn't trying to do the blackface thing, and then he, like, snapped out of it, and then he was just like, wait a second, I did something racist. Oh, shit.
At least he knew.
Yeah.
Immediately. Most people are like, you know.
He didn't think anything of it, and then he was like,
yeah.
And then he felt bad about it after, like, later, so he tweeted about it. And then a day or two after that is when he got banned. So people think it's because of that, but, like, that's the most that's the most recent or obvious thing in his VODs that could have got him. Yeah. That Twitch could have got him for, but there's no word, so nobody knows. I'd hate for them to get rid of him, like, if he's, like, permabanned. I don't think he is permabanned, but if he is,
I don't think so. He's also a popular name. Like,
yeah,
a lot of people
that'd be stupid of them. Like, he's like one of their most powerful fucking, like,
streamers.
Yeah, like, he's an entity on this website. People don't realize. Like, him and all his friends basically, like, made Twitch what it is today.
Oh, kind of like Smosh on YouTube.
Yeah,
True.
Smosh. Yeah.
Soda Poppin' is Smosh.
I don't know about that.
For the live streamers.
Bro, that's a concept. Just Smosh live stream. It's like Saturday Night Live. But a little more misogynistic.
Didn't they have, like, a Saturday Night Live thing or something?
They might have been
like at one point. I feel like, because they had a movie, so, like, I feel like if you had a movie, I feel like you definitely had some kind of TV show moment.
I don't think so.
No,
nothing. I don't think they had, like, actual TV stuff. It was just a movie. But like, I'm talking, like, you know, just like a setup with skits and all that, like they do on Saturday Night Live. But because of the internet, you could probably go a little bit harder with it. Maybe you could say the fuck word.
Yeah. Yeah, if SNL was uncensored, it'd be way better.
Well, that's the problem, is that, like, technically it's supposed to be Saturday Night Live, and it's like, it's Saturday. What kid is not staying past midnight?
I think it's just outdated. Sorry.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be PG or PG-13-ish because it's on TV, and, you know, the FCC is always watching. And the guy who's been running Saturday Night Live, like, since the beginning, is all for keeping it the way it is, like the traditional skit, and
it is mostly just outdated FCC laws and then, like, advertisers.
Yeah,
because, like, unless you're getting paid by subscription a la HBO, most of the money you're gonna make comes from ads.
That's true.
From the channel. It's like Game of Thrones probably couldn't be on, like, ABC the way it was.
Absolutely not.
Well, they also had The Warning, which you're supposed to do, and technically, and Family Guy did prove it, you can put that stuff on there, you just have to pay the hefty fucking fine to keep it up.
It all depends on the network, though. Like, some networks just won't allow you to do or say something.
Oh, yeah, of course. Like, depending on the network you signed on with, that's different. But I meant, like, if it's just them, like, if you're just concerned about that.
Even then, like, the whole, like, putting a disclaimer on the front of it doesn't really appeal to advertisers either.
I think the creator of the Boondocks like went broke almost in fines alone because they used to show the Boondocks on Adult Swim. But the thing was, I think it was like an FCC thing, but like they would have to pay a fine for every time they said the N-word on the show. And if you've ever seen the Boondocks, they say it a lot.
It's basically the number one word in that whole entire show.
Yeah, they say it more than they use the word the. It was a lot.
What is there? The...
Yeah, there's only a couple seasons of the Boondocks because they spend they have a dedicated budget to how much they're gonna pay in fines for using the N-word on TV.
Yeah, and they still have to keep in mind paying the animators and everything.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. And I know, like, he mentioned Family Guy. I know there was, there is, very specific rules about, what you can and can't show on TV. And Seth MacFarlane, the creator of Family Guy, even went over it. He was, he said he would, study, the rules and regulations of what you can and can't show on TV, to the fine print. You can show the monkey rolling the joint, but you can't show him lighting and smoking it. Stuff like that.
Yeah, just do the implication of it.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that in Mario. We're almost there.
Oh, God.
Holiday 2022.
Is it really coming out this year? Fuck.
That's what they said. I'm gonna be there first in line.
You're gonna go to the midnight release of Mario.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna take off work for that.
Can you come in tonight? Nah, I can't. I'm watching Mario.
Nah, I can't. The Mario movies tonight. I bet.
When does it? What time? What time? What day?
Holiday 2022, I think I said.
What holiday? Which one?
Usually when they say that, they mean Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Yeah, right. You normally around that time.
Or sometime after New Year.
Nah, they're doing it tomorrow. It's Earth Day.
True.
I should. It's Mario. Mario cares about the Earth. He's always helping out. You know? Getting rid of all those poisonous plants, the ones that like to eat people. I mean, come on.
That's destroying the ecosystem. It's kind of fucked up.
No, it's not. These plants are eating people. It's not like they contribute in any way. Every time they die, they just disappear. So, clearly they're still helping out the ecosystem because their dead body is fertilizing the ground. He's saving lives and he's helping the Earth. It's fine.
See, this is why the Earth is overpopulated.
You know what? You're right.
One Mario.
True.
We should get some of those. They probably could help out.
We gotta take out Mario first.
I would say, though, I don't want to see a giant walking mushroom, so we could definitely get rid of those. I would be A-okay with that.
What would a Goomba like?
Listen, I don't know. Maybe Goombas just want to exist, but, no, you're not allowed to.
What would a Goomba taste like? Do you think they would taste like a mushroom?
I don't know. They kind of look like portobello mushrooms, so I'm pretty sure that's what they taste like. I could be wrong, clearly, because, I don't know what they taste like, but I'm just saying that's what they look like they taste.
So it's off topic, but what Pokemon would you eat that isn't, the normal? Don't say...
What?
This is just a question. What Pokemon would you eat that isn't, the obvious ones, like Miltank? If you say Miltank or Magikarp, that's lame.
But you can't eat Miltank. Miltank makes milk. You have to eat a beef cow, not a dairy cow.
Miltank's a cow. But
it's a dairy cow. You don't eat dairy cows. You eat beef cows.
I wonder if Charizard meat would be spicy, very spicy.
I doubt it. I think it'd just be very tough.
It'd be a little chewy.
You don't think Fire-type meat would be spicy?
Well, I mean, he's a dragon, so I feel like they're pretty hardy. I don't think they'd be, chewy. Or spicy. They're not a pepper.
Just like eating a well-done steak.
Maybe. So you said, like, it can't be like a Magikarp, right?
Yeah.
So, like are all, like, the fish types? And, like, the ones
yeah,
like,
pretty much. If you look at it and
so
go,
you mean,
yeah,
like,
that's...
just, like, anything that isn't animal or plant related?
Yeah, if you look at it and go, yeah, that's pretty much a
Jigglypuff.
food. Jigglypuff?
Yep.
I would do that too, yeah.
Would you smash Jigglypuff?
No.
Would not.
You could do it with a Ditto, though. I wouldn't recommend it. It feels like it's bestiality.
I would try to make muck soup.
Oh.
Ew. That's garbage.
No, there's a garbage Pokemon. That's totally separate.
Oh, I'm saying, he's dirty. He's garbage. He's not clean. Why would you want to eat it?
Muck soup.
He's not mukbang, so... You know what? Personal preference. I can't judge you for that.
Rude.
That's what you like and that's what you're into. I support you wholeheartedly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's yours, Weezy?
For eating?
Yeah.
Wait, could we also say bug types or no?
I mean...
If you're if it's a grasshopper, I'm gonna cook it up. That's still kind of...
Okay, never mind then.
Do you think Venusaur would have, fruits growing on his back or something?
No. Doesn't the evolution, what is it, Ivysaur or something like that? They end up having, a mushroom on him or something?
Venusaur is the final one. He has, a spore, I think.
Yeah, they end up getting, the mushroom.
I think Venusaur is also kind of lame, though. Venusaur is basically a plant.
He's a cool-looking plant.
He is a cool-looking plant, but he's also kind of a plant.
What was the other one that Ash had that it was, really big? It was, a light green, and it's, it had, a flower coming out of its neck. You know what I'm talking about? It had, little antennas on its head. Really big. I don't know what the name
was. Was it a bug type?
No, it's a grass type. Well, I mean, maybe it has bug type. I just know that it could also use, Solar Beam, I think it was. Gengar. I don't think it could eat a ghost.
Actually, I would try.
I think he'd just bite you back.
That's what I feel like would happen.
Have you seen his teeth, bro?
I'm pretty sure ghost types do eat people.
I don't know where it would go. They don't have stomach.
I mean, it's a ghost type. They already exist.
But hey, I would try to eat a Gengar or a Ghastly. Ghastly looks kind of delectable.
Kind of delectable.
But I'd take a fork and a knife and just cut up that little ball, see what's in it.
I feel like all the bird types would just taste like chicken.
Yeah, that's why bird types.
No, I don't think so.
Category.
Skamori, I don't Skamori is half bird dragon thing, isn't it?
And I think it's half steel. Steel dragon, maybe.
It looks like a bird. That's why I get confused. I'm you look like a bird, but then you are also technically, I guess, a dragon.
Like a little steel
hybrid
bird.
Dragon bird.
It's like a little it's like a little steel dragon. Little bird boy. I don't know.
What is going on?
But yeah, birds are in the lame category.
Birds are in the lame category. What about a Staryu, bro?
That's not in the lame category.
Oh, okay. Because I don't technically know what they'd be classified as, so I'm just gonna name these three. But Mew, Celebi, and what was the name? Jirachi. Can you eat those? Because technically they're not animal types, but they also tend to Celebi looks like a freaking cabbage head.
If they're Pokemon, yes, you could.
I know, but I'm just saying because you were nothing that actually looks like an actual animal or a plant. Celebi looks like a cabbage head, which that's what I'm saying.
I would say Celebi is the most lame.
Okay, so no Celebi. So I could eat Jirachi or Mew. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Cool.
Maybe I would go more for Jirachi than Mew.
No.
Because Jirachi's the least lame. Like, on a scale, on a slider.
No, but it would take forever to find Jirachi. That's the problem. Like, yes, I would go hunting for it if it's like, oh, hey, we're gonna try and go out look. Because, the freaking thing ends up, like, sleeping for forever and, like, it hides. So it's like, unless I brought, like, Max with me or something.
I mean, I never said anything about the hunting part. I would just say if you, what
No, yeah, I know.
You would eat.
I was overthinking it because I was like, wait, do I actually want to have a Jirachi? And then it's like, I don't know.
Speaking of that, I would probably eat an Abra. Like Abra would.
You'd eat an Abra?
Yeah. I'd eat the entire Abra Alakazam line.
I don't know, they're too close to people. And the fact that, like, they can bend spoons with their mind is already just a weird concept to me.
I could beat up Abra and Kadabra. Alakazam would take some trouble.
A Lopunny? You can't eat a Lopunny, it's a bunny.
Yeah, that's lame.
Wait, you have to eat...
I mean, I would too, but, like, that does kind of...
I don't know if anybody would actually eat Lopunny. I feel like people would be...
I would
be suspicious on it.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
I would wink, eat Roselia in a heartbeat.
Oh my god, leave her alone. Oh, you know what? I know people definitely would not leave Gardevoir alone.
Same.
That and what was the male one? The fighting type version?
Fuck.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The name is
Side Evolution? Yeah.
The name escapes me.
That one. I know for a fact people definitely would be all up on that.
Yo, I like Corfish.
Yeah.
Tastes like crab.
Yeah. No, Corfish is...
Oh yeah, Corfish is like a lobster, isn't it? Like,
wait,
lobster.
am I thinking of the wrong one? Isn't Corfish just the coral one?
No, isn't Corfish the lobster?
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, it is the lobster.
Right? It's like
I'm thinking of Corsola.
Oh, yeah, no,
yeah,
that one,
Corfish is lame, but if you want to eat Corsola, go for it.
Yeah, eat your Corsola.
Yeah.
That sounds weird. Eat your Corsola.
I don't know what the fuck was just going on outside, but I heard somebody, like, driving by, like, 100 miles an hour and just laying on their horn.
I heard some sirens in your mic.
Yeah.
Oh, I should say, I accidentally left my basement door open, and I don't feel like getting up to close it. They're watching the Batman upstairs, so I don't know if it's super loud or if you can hear it, but if there's...
Spoiler alert. You might get spoiled on the Batman. Not by us.
I don't know how much you can actually hear, so I doubt it, but if you hear...
Not by us, but it might happen.
Just in case, I'm just saying...
Man.
It is playing, but I know as far as sound-wise, it should just be more so sound effects, not really...
It's okay. I'm glad that you say that so we can segue into the next topic. Superheroes? Y'all saw Thor?
I did.
Hey! That was late. That was delayed.
What happened?
The thing we watched 5 minutes ago just for this podcast. The new Thor trailer.
Oh, I didn't see that. I was watching the Stranger Things one.
Oh.
Sorry.
Damn.
Alright.
You did the wrong assignment. That was the English homework. This is math class.
Oh, well, I failed math, so it's fine. It makes sense.
It's okay, same.
I was always good at math.
Okay, you get it. Okay, you're special.
God, smart people.
I know, seriously. They always got to be like, I can do math. All right.
I'm smart. I failed science like 3 times.
You'll never.
You're fine. That's fine. No offense to, like, science, but, like, genuinely, how many people actually, like, use science day to day? Math is an everyday, day-to-day thing to extent.
Hey, man, sometimes I photosynthesize. I got my mic a little closer.
Yeah.
Sometimes I photosynthesize.
I would love to photosynthesize.
Anyway, what trailer thoughts?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't really. It looked cool. I'm gonna watch it.
I had no idea what was going on, but that's also because I haven't seen anything after Endgame or after Infinity War.
Yeah,
I just
not how much.
I just saw the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty neat. And then the woman Thor, Jane Foster. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty lit.
Oh, she's back?
Yeah, she's gonna be the new Thor, I think. I assume, if not for that movie, for the rest of them.
Yeah, that would make sense.
They did that in the comics, and it was pretty fun.
No, yeah, I just didn't know if they were actually doing that, because I'm like, technically, we didn't have to get rid of, like, Thor, but if they're bringing her in, that's fine.
Yeah, that was at the very end of the trailer, the teaser. And I don't know what the thing's about. They just kind of, like, threw a bunch of scenes together and called it a day. Which is, I guess, what a teaser should be.
Yeah, just to tease you.
I'm plenty teased.
The thing about Marvel movies, for me at least, is I never read the comics as a kid. I only watched the movies, so the extent of my knowledge on Marvel is through the shows or the movies, and I haven't even watched WandaVision or Hawkeye or any of them.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of those yet either. But yeah. I also haven't seen Ragnarok. I don't know the Thor stuff after the first movie.
Ragnarok was kind of wacky.
The great one.
It was good, but it was kind of wacky.
Yeah, wacky doesn't look bad. I've heard it's pretty comedy.
Fun. If you want to watch like a fun superhero movie for like no freaking reason that has nothing to do, you can get high
and watch.
I might.
It's a 10 out of 10. Definitely recommend if you just want to see something fun and cool that has superheroes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Whether you know anything about it or not, like technically to an extent, you really don't need to know anything about it.
You don't need to know. Yeah, you don't need to know anything about the comics to watch the Marvel movies.
I think the only thing that might confuse people is that like there's like a Planet Hulk reference. But besides that, like it's not like really like reference. It's just slight reference. It's not like
I don't even think they did like Planet Hulk in the movies at all. So
no. I meant like how like Hulk being where he is and stuff like that. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. It's like a tiny reference and stuff like that.
It's a little spaceman Hulk.
Yeah, like a little like Easter egg or something like that. Like it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't like contribute to the story in any way to it like that. But
it's just something neat for the kids.
Yeah.
Did they ever explain how Hulk got into that planet with Thor?
Yeah, from the plane. What was it? Ultron.
I couldn't.
Yeah,
tell
it was
you.
after Ultron. After Hulk got on the plane and like they were like, "Hey, it's time to wake up, dude." He ignored Black Widow or whatever. Or technically, I guess, yeah. The plane just kept flying and it kind of got lost in space, and I guess it hit like one of the wormholes or something like that, and then got teleported or transported to that place, and then like he just ended up there. They found him. It's not really a spoiler because it's shown in like the trailers, and it's been a while, so I feel like it's not a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler at this point. Yeah, if you haven't watched it now.
They turn him into a gladiator because that's like the way that's like how that planet is basically run. It's run by like, bad guys or whatever that take people and turn them into slave fighters. And so he's a gladiator fighter and he becomes the newest champion. And they're like, yeah, no, you're really cool. We like you. You can make us a ton of money. And then, Thor gets stuck there and then that's what happens.
Yeah, that's
shenanigans ensue.
That's one thing I loved about Ragnarok is when he showed up and he was thrown into the arena. He was like, all right, who am I going to fight? And then the Hulk comes out and he's just like, yes! And everybody's all confused.
I can't wait for influencer boxing to step up and become influencer gladiator fights.
Yes, bro. We need to go back to like the fucking like medieval Rome times.
Only for sport.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not medieval. Maybe like ancient.
But yeah, after iDubbbz does his charity boxing, he can upgrade it. Charity gladiator fight.
What was going on with that? I saw he was doing.
It's in May, sometime in May. You can buy tickets for it.
Wow.
And watch it.
Is he gonna box people?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be.
Yeah, he's in it. He's gonna box someone, and then like other people are gonna box someone. I haven't looked too heavily at the list. I know Michael Reeves is in it.
Is he still doing that? The documentaries? Because I enjoyed those.
Was that an iDubbbz thing? I don't remember. I haven't looked at iDubbbz since the Leafy Content Cop.
Oh, that was a long time ago. No, this
exactly.
Recent. This is recent. Like he would like find like old washed up YouTubers like who is that? There's this guy named like Flames or something. This kid, he was like, fuck. I have to look it up. Remember seeing those videos in like early YouTube of like that fat kid that would like lightsaber battle with his friend?
It sounds familiar.
He flew out to like Wisconsin or wherever the fuck that kid lives, and he did like an 1.5-hour documentary like on that kid's life and like the drama between him and his friend that used to lightsaber battle all the time, and he actually reorganized a lightsaber fight so that they could fight out their differences.
Was it juicy drama? If I was browsing livestream fail and that popped up, would it be a highly upvoted post or a very downvoted post?
It would have like at least 30,000 upvotes.
Oh shit.
At the very minimum.
Damn, that's a lot.
It was pretty good. I liked it. But he started doing that like, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years ago. Like he would just go to like a YouTube video that you wouldn't even think of, and he's just like, yeah, remember this guy that made this video like 15 years ago? This is him now. I flew out and interviewed him and did all this, and I was like, whoa, this is cool.
He just finds them? Do any of them even upload anymore? Or he's just like, I'm gonna look for you?
Some of them do, some of them don't.
Interesting.
Some of them chilling.
I just had to ask to find out.
Fuck. Is he even posted on this channel? Shit. Oh yeah, a year ago, The Ice Cream Man, which was about what's this kid's name? Fuck. Dax Flame.
That's a name.
Yeah, that was his online name way back in the day. But yeah, he did The Ice Cream Man. Before that, he flew out to that lightsaber kid's house. It was called Full Force. Where's that video at? There it is. That was 2 years ago. So this one's even older.
Dedication.
Yeah, and he's probably done more. Yeah, but I loved those videos. Like, I'd say recent, like, yeah. Like I know Nick said content cop, and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, this is more recent than that, but
yeah, 2 years ago.
That's the stuff I enjoyed that he did recently.
Like the last thing I remember, like from looking at the channel, content cop with Rice Cup, and that was 4 years ago.
That was old, yeah.
Yeah, that was old.
It's an old name to hear, Rice Gum.
Even like the Tana Montague stuff, like I remember seeing that stuff, and he was like, that was back when he was like kind of unhinged. I think he's a little bit more reserved now.
Ugh, I hate Tana Mojo. She's so annoying. Loud.
That is how you YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Be
about
annoying and loud.
I remember like her earlier videos. They were entertaining to watch because like it was just story times, but like pretty sure a lot of them were exaggerated, which would make sense. It's YouTube, whatever. But I don't know.
I think he debunked that most of them weren't even true. Like she was just
no, of course,
making shit up.
That's fair. Good. She's good at making shit up then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, how many people are actually gonna like? Besides, I guess like high school friends or whatever.
I wouldn't like be mad at that if people were like, "Hey, yeah, all this was just fake stories." Like, okay, you're just saying shit on the internet. Why do I care?
Good story.
Yeah, I know. It's not like it affects your life.
This content creator lied on the internet.
It's like, okay, someone call Paramount to hire him as a writer. Like, what do you want?
Honestly, though, like, what do you want? Like, what are they supposed to do?
There's only one thing I ask: for them not to fuck kids.
Yep.
Yeah. Or abuse.
Clearly, that's too hard of a thing to ask for.
I don't know if you've looked at this, but remember Sky Does Minecraft?
Yeah.
Have you looked into like? When I say recent, this was like 2 months ago, I would say.
Oh, well then no.
So he is verifiably a piece of shit. I would have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to re-look at the thing because it's a while ago, like 2 months ago, a while ago, for the finer details. But there are a ton of abusive things that he has done to his employees and his ex.
Like you just leave us hanging here. You have to.
I'm looking for it.
Oh. Don't end there.
Give him a second. Yeah, when you Google him, nothing but bad stuff comes up. So
I stole money from companies just to buy drugs and never do the.
That doesn't even surprise me, but that's not even the worst.
Shock on pressure to his ex-girlfriend to propose, verbally abuse, and degrade.
Damn.
I want to say also like there was one thing I thought like I think he like took her dog and like I don't know you dragged my dog by his throat and threw him in the kennel, then surrounded him by mirrors. Yeah, he was a fucked up dude.
Surrounded it with me. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is that like a lesson? Like, what was the point?
I think he's the mentally ill one. Yeah. Like I said, I just Googled him, like threw his name into Google and nothing but bad stuff about him. And the about thing on Google is just like, yeah, he's been, well, it says accused, but it says of abuse and assault by his ex-girlfriend. Former Minecraft has been accused of a number of former workers and friends and a series of tweets and threads as well. Just bad stuff.
Jesus. How is it possible to suck that much?
I don't know. Remember Tobuscus? Apparently he was like a piece of shit too to his girlfriend. Like I think he drugged her and stuff.
Wow.
The Tobuscus stuff is weird because it's like,
but that's all like accused as well.
Yeah, that's more like accused because I think there was like so much shit thrown at that you can't really get the.
It was by multiple people though too, wasn't it? Like it wasn't just one girl saying stuff. It was a couple of girls saying that.
Some of it got like cleared up, some of it didn't. There was a lot of stuff over the years on him.
Yeah, like he was getting accused by people that that he claimed he didn't even know or something. Like I'm just like, what is going on here? But like he fell off, so it doesn't matter.
You fell off. Plus ratio.
Plus
young boy better.
Plus views are low. Plus no one cares. Plus you're an abuser.
Plus young boy better.
Plus young boy better.
Rude. What topic do we segue in? How do we segue?
Says never mind. How do we segue? What is it? What?
This is your job. It shouldn't be my job.
Wait,
I'm not the podcaster.
Hold on. Oh.
I am the guest here. I am regular guest, which doesn't make sense because I've only been in like 1/3 or 1/10 of the episode.
That's fine. Sony reportedly plans to put out ads in PlayStation games. Kind of cringe.
It's cringe. It all depends on how they do it. Because it's not like it's a new thing. Like, remember how they put Monster into Death Stranding?
I never played Death Stranding.
Oh, it's a very obvious. It's like a comedically obvious product placement.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like if they do like, if it's not like an ad, it's like, you know, a billboard in the city, or like, you know, just of an NBA 2K like quote unquote ad, or just like sponsors on a race car. Like it's probably gonna be fine. If they like stop your game and say, "Hey, look at this," then yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, I can't see. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of ads.
Not a fan either, but they have to exist in some way, shape, or form.
They can exist on billboards as I'm driving. That's the only place they're acceptable. Because you don't have to look at them.
That's true.
True.
When you're trying to look at something and your entire screen is taking up, it's like, before you watch this video, watch 45 seconds of this shit that you don't care about. It's like, that's not why I clicked on this. As soon as ads like went to YouTube, and then I was like, it's only a matter of time before they went to Twitch, and then they did a couple years later. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, but there's
and now they're gonna be like in the corner of your Apex games or your Valorant games.
Like I said, I doubt it's gonna be that intrusive.
It will.
It might.
They'll find.
It might. I could be wrong, but like I don't think they would. Like I think they'll try to make it like, you know, just a product more or less.
It's just because companies have like unlimited money, so when it just doesn't make financial sense to turn down someone who's offering for you to put ads all over their shit. It's like, hey, you want to advertise this thing? It's like, no. It's like, how about $1 million? It's like, okay, yeah.
Well, the case of like
but
YouTube,
you need that. You need ads. Ads aren't like they're annoying, but ads aren't a bad thing. That's how else would like you know about video games or movies or TV shows or
fucking look it up if I cared enough.
But that's my point. Like you wouldn't know it exists unless
do you know how many like random shitter games that have been unnoticed until like some random person talked about it on the internet?
Yeah,
it's not like word of mouth really gets too far. Hell, E3 is just one big advertisement.
It really is.
Yeah, so like conventions, that's acceptable too.
Even conventions, how would you know that there's a convention without an ad or a flyer? It's not like newspapers or magazines are talking about video games like that. Even the video game magazines, you would still have to subscribe to them to even get them. And how would you know about them unless you went into the store and saw an ad for it? Or unless it was recommended to you via, you know, word of mouth, which is technically also an ad. Ads are a necessary thing. No one would know about anything without ads because how else would you buy anything? That's how anybody got anything in this world, by ads. First, it started in like, you know, newspapers and magazines, but originally it was like flyers, and then it was originally word of mouth. Like if you wanted a thing, you had to hear about it. Otherwise, like you were kind of out of the loop and like you probably just didn't have anything.
But it's like they're trying to force you to be in a loop now that you don't even want to be a part of. is what I'm saying. There's a certain level, like Nick said, of intrusiveness to like where it becomes ridiculous. It's like every YouTube video you click, you have to at least watch 2 ads to watch a 3-second video.
I don't think they do like
before you click on every stream.
Not for 3 seconds, but at least 30 seconds to do an ad. Even then, I don't think YouTube ads are even like they're still invasive, but they're not invasive to the point where it's like unreasonable. Because if they're long enough, they always have a skip button.
Them being there is too long enough already. Like I said, if I didn't click on that specifically, I didn't want to watch it. So you're just shoveling shit in my face.
But that's like a lesser of two evils. It's either that or you pay for YouTube.
You didn't have to pay for YouTube before?
You didn't have to pay for YouTube when there was like 5 people on the site.
Yeah, and then it grew bigger and they didn't have which is why Google ended up buying it. And Google is literally run on ads. Like without Google,
even with the ads, Google was running YouTube at a loss for like until like what 2018, maybe
until
more.
Like they bought them. But I just mean like even Google, which is a search engine, it's filled with ads. Like articles, you want to know about an article, you have to Google a thing, search for it to find the thing to come up, and then you might get it. Like ads have always been important, regardless of how like you feel about them. It's just a matter of like those people need the money, even if it's a small thing. Like I'm not saying like Monster needs the ads, but like if it was like Monster starting out, they had ads everywhere because they needed to get known, and they're spending the money because they had a whole company and people to pay and stuff like that. I get what you mean by it being annoying. It genuinely can be very annoying. I would prefer if they actually gave a survey and they were like, hey, what are you interested in? So that way we could actually tailor ads that you would prefer to see. Not freaking Miley Cyrus advertising her freaking perfume for like the 10th time. Like, I don't care about that. But if you told me, hey, you can probably watch this really cool ad about, I don't know, like a game or a computer or, I don't know, movie or TV show you like, I wouldn't care if they spammed me with that. As long as I get the skip button still, that's really all that matters to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of ad either. Like, I have ad block for almost everything.
But I ad block everyone regardless.
Yeah, like ad block is pretty much a godsend. But like saying ads don't or they're unimportant or like whatever, like there's a level to it, and they haven't exactly reached the level of truth that would be like, They
did. I know for sure there'd be one too many people complaining about it for sure.
Have you ever gone onto like the YouTube subreddit?
No.
Like r/YouTube. It is all complaining. It is all complaining about people complaining.
I wouldn't doubt it. I hate when they put, especially, like, I don't mind if it was, like, a regular, like, 30-second, like, ad for it, but I hate whenever they give ads and it's the whole freaking video, and I have to sit there sometimes without, the skip button.
Does that happen to you? I've never had it happen to me.
I have had music videos come up where it's the whole 3 freaking minutes. Eventually the skip button comes up, but I have to sit there. No, I have to sit there and watch it for like a couple seconds before I'm allowed, like more than the 5 seconds, I believe, because it's the actual music video. Like if I was on my computer and I clicked on the link, it would just send me to watch the whole video again. I don't know what kind of ad that is, but it's ugly.
Yeah, that's somebody else like just trying to game the ad system. Most of the time, I don't know why they allow ads that long.
They shouldn't.
That's weird. I've never had that happen, but I can believe that it happens sometimes.
You also have ad block, so
yeah,
you're doing better than us.
Even on like my work computer doesn't have ad block.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I get ads, but like the longest I've ever had was like a 1 minute Grammarly ad.
I hate the Grammarly ads.
Yeah, they're pretty shit.
Can you not spell either? That's fine. Here you go.
but I can skip those after like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like anything longer than a minute, I usually should have a skip button. Or anything longer than 30 seconds should have a skip button. Hell, even longer than 15 seconds, I think, actually.
15-second ones are fine. I just don't like whenever they do give me like those really long ones, because I'm like, I need this.
That's somebody who tried to game the ad system. Which is like a what can you do kind of situation, because that's not on you.
Yeah, it's really not, but it's also like, find them, and then, I don't know, revoke their rights to be on YouTube. I don't know. Just don't leave me out of this. But no, I gotta sit there and, wait, however freaking long it is, just to get away from you.
Yep.
Segway time!
I stand by my statement. Fuck ads. So they're having a MetaQuest showcase. When are they having it? Oh, wait, they had it on April 20th, yesterday. And they're announcing a lot of cool stuff for the MetaQuest VR headset. Ghostbusters VR is announced.
Oh.
They said
that was promising.
Sony Pictures is doing it, so it should be.
It's Master Pass, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
They had a short cinematic trailer. The Marshmallow Man.
I'm serious. Answer the question.
Smash.
My man.
Players will run their very own Ghostbusters HQ in a new city, San Francisco. Solve a deep mystery across the new chapter in the Ghostbusters universe. I didn't know there was a whole universe. It also supports 4-player co-op. That'll be fun.
Oh, that'll be fun. That'll definitely be fun. I mean, if it's good, that is.
Resident Evil 4, the Mercenaries launch trailer. For fans.
Is that a remake? Or like
I think it's just like a spinoff.
But Resident Evil 4, though?
I don't know. I haven't played a single Resident Evil game. I saw the movie. That was it.
Oh, you. The games are good. Like, the first, the
6.
New remake?
6 was not great.
Yeah, that's why I said the first, and like the first maybe.
Oh, like, I was gonna say, don't lie to him like that.
Maybe, yeah, no, like up to maybe. You might enjoy 4, but then after 4 it went down for a second, and then 7 picked it back up.
I mean, 6 is great to play with a friend. It's wild. It makes no freaking sense, but it's fun. But
it's fun, but it's not a Resident Evil.
Yeah, it doesn't. It feels like an anime that has nothing. It's like somebody decided they wanted to make a Resident Evil game, but they had only seen what other people had said about it on like YouTube or whatever. They're like, "Oh, I know this character, I know that character, so here's a fanfic of it."
It was 4. It was when it started to be like an action shooter more than a horror. It like started with 4, and then they picked it up in 5, and then 6 and then 6 was the apex.
Same for like Silent Hill. Like I think they got shot down from remaking it.
Yeah.
And at first I was confused as to why, but then I heard that apparently it was because they wanted to finally add like a background or whatever. And I was like, but why? Isn't that the aesthetic? And apparently it turns out it was just because they didn't have the budget when they were making the original games to add that kind of stuff, which is why the town was like all foggy and shit. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I believe it.
I was like, okay, cool. But then why now would you try and ruin that aesthetic and that whole entire setup that you've created for this world? It's the reason people like your game.
I think they could still do the fog. But like make it have a background, make it a little better.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, the original Silent Hill was on the PS1.
It was.
Yeah. Like
That's so old.
I don't know how many steps they took with with the only remaster, I would say.
Hmm.
I don't know how better it was. I never looked at it. But like the step from Silent Hill 1 to Silent Hill 2 on a PS2, like that is a huge jump.
Oh, it definitely looked a lot better.
Yeah. So you could redo Silent Hill 1 with like some better graphics, or at least like, or you could just make a new Silent Hill game. I think
that they could.
I think 4 was the one where they were like, I think 4 was the last good one up until the escort quest section. But like 4 proved that you don't have to like, you can have Silent Hill in it, but you don't have to be in Silent Hill.
Yeah, like took it out.
You could still go around it. Like they had sections where you were in Silent Hill in the dreams.
Yeah.
But like Silent Hill is just, it's like the Twilight Zone, I would say. You can make Silent Hill whatever you want.
I mean that, yeah. Although I wouldn't recommend it because, who wants to get stuck there?
Okay, so I as you guys were talking about that, I found out something super interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The whole premise of Silent Hill itself, like I just started like researching shit because that's just what I do. And then I saw this Google thing that said, "Is Silent Hill a true story?" I clicked on it, and it was like, it was like yes and no.
You got hit with the clickbait.
No. It's interesting though. Silent Hill is not. I mean, in the movies, it is what it is in the movies, but it's actually based on this place called Centralia, Pennsylvania. It says in May in 1962, the town ordered to have the local landfill burned and attempted to clean up the waste. The fire spread through unsealed tunnels and openings that led to an abandoned coal mine, thus igniting the fire that burns to this day. Local firefighters were unable to cease the burning, and the government quickly decided that the town needed to evacuate for their safety. Just as in the film, the air in Centralia is dangerous and it is recommended people do not expose themselves to the environment for long periods of time. While most people left, few stayed in hopes that the fire would stop. One of the only remaining buildings is a church that is still in use. Silent Hill is very similar in this regard, as only few citizens remain in the West Virginia town and commune to attend church services. In 2002, the town's zip code was suspended by the United States Postal Service, and all roads leading to Centralia have since been barricaded. Silent Hill follows this story almost to the exact detail, except in real life, Centralia is not plagued by occult witches or multidimensional monsters. As of right now, there are only 2 films in the franchise, but Christopher Gans has... What?
Yeah, I was like, are you talking about the films? I was like... Because I think the films were a very different story.
Yeah, they were different. They had to do with like a...
I haven't seen the movies in a very long time.
It had to do with the girl, she was bullied, she ends up taking over or something like that.
Yeah.
She ends up, so I don't know how.
Is it like,
she ends up controlling a Pyramid Head. I was like, I don't know how Pyramid Head is here. He's
ever since 2, they've been trying to spearhead Pyramid Head into everything.
It confused me because I'm like, you guys literally proved in your series of how everyone has their own version of a, like, their nightmare. Of
Silent Hill.
And Pyramid Head was 2. Right? It was 2.
Yeah.
I'm like...
They didn't use them in 3 and 4, but then, like, because the original creators were still working on 3 and 4.
Yeah.
But they tried to, like, spearhead Pyramid Head into the rest of them.
I was just confused. I'm like, unless the guy is in the story and, like, he's a part of, like, that world at that time, why would Pyramid Head be here? What?
Just because he was popular.
No, I know, but you know what I mean? Like, it was just, I don't know.
It's just like a how do you do, fellow kids type of thing. Where it's like, oh, because of that Pyramid Head, people will show up.
Oh, true.
People will play.
I mean, that is true. That's why people got back into D&D, because they put Pyramid Head in it.
Dead by Daylight?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Did I say
that's kind of what they did.
and not DVD?
You did say... Yeah, you did say
Holy
D&D.
crap!
Bro, a Silent Hill D&D session. That would be lit.
Oh, I'd be upset at it. You know how many rolls I would have to do? I'd probably be dead before the game even actually got anywhere.
Apparently there's a road leading up to Centralia, Pennsylvania, and people graffiti roads all leading up to it because they're all closed off, so people could just run in there and spray paint, and nobody cares because it's abandoned. But there's a...
town isn't abandoned. You said that people go to church there, so like...
Yeah, they still go to church there, but hardly anybody lives there.
True.
But there's a road, and they call it Penis Trail, and people go on there and they draw dicks, like, for, like, a quarter mile.
You can always count on...
I thought you were talking about... I thought you were talking about one dick that's a quarter mile long, and I was like, that would be cool.
No, check this out. Look in the voice chat.
No, that's kind of bro. That's kind of funny. That is a good use of America's time.
Why is it always dicks?
Because dicks are funny.
Yeah, they're just the funny one. They're simple to draw and they're not complicated.
Very simple. 2 circles and a shaft.
Thanks for the description, just in case anybody else didn't know.
Yeah, just in case you don't know what a penis is.
Go spray paint one on your local Arby's.
Arby's? You gotta go to Arby's.
He's a drink fan.
Oh.
Yep.
I've been to Arby's like one time. Not a fan.
It's not very...
Yeah.
Not very...
It's not top quality food.
It'll definitely get the job done, like if you're hungry.
That's just what fast food is. Just a get the job done kind of thing.
Like it's a restaurant.
Arby's is... Yeah,
you can sit inside it. It looks a lot nicer than like a McDonald's.
You can sit inside a McDonald's too.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like it's...
I just had an Arby's combo with a Nathan's like back in the day, so I'm like, nice. Oh, this is fast food.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. Can you just come undone, you stupid bitch?
Yes. What else is there to talk about? I knew you
Wait,
guys...
I have something to complain about.
What?
Oh shit.
I wanted to tell you, but you were like, hold on. The stream.
Yeah, we were like, save it.
Yeah.
It might be content.
Well, I mean, I guess it could be I don't know. So you know how I'm playing Horizon?
Yep.
So I ended stream last night, and I told myself, I was like, you know what? Let me just go around the map and, look for, stuff. So that way I can level up and get some more items. So when I come back, I don't have to worry about like running out of stuff and having to just run around and hoping that I pick something up, right? So, freaking Gaia ends up telling me, oh, by the way, where you are on the map, there's a cauldron nearby. And I'm like, oh, cool, that's great. Cauldrons are a great place to pick stuff. I mean, like, it's a great place to waste stuff, but it's a great place to also pick up a ton of stuff. Plus, I can unlock overrides. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone, right? Cool. My dumbass didn't realize what I walked into, okay? Because apparently, because I had to Google it because I was so pissed. I was dying all the time. I was like, why am I dying so much? I don't understand. I'm at the level that's for this, cauldron. It literally says like level 30. I finally got to level 30, running around and shit. It's like, why is this hard? I look it up. It's a freaking super boss. It's an Apex Slitherfang, which is a giant snake in the game, like the new type that they put in. And for some freaking reason, this cauldron decided to be annoying because it had me doing fetch quests back and forth more than 3 times. Pissed me off. Finally, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it. They had me fight like 2 tiny mini bosses. I should be fine. Technically, I fought like a boss area, right? I should be good. No, this bitch comes out of nowhere, decides, oh,
Besides acid, I have water, and I also have frost, and I also have lightning. So now you're gonna have to deal with 4 different types of elements. I'm surprised the dude doesn't have fire. He might even have fire. I don't know. I haven't even been able to get to the second phase because he's annoying and huge and fast, and it's annoying. So now I don't want to reload on the save that I left on from stream because I'm level 30. I have a bunch of nice stuff. I have a lot of upgrades, but I'm stuck in this cauldron, and the only way to get out is to kill this thing, and I can't kill it. So I don't know what to do. So I just want other people to be upset with me or for me or something because exactly what I'm saying. Very upset.
I feel for you, Erlyn. I think it's
so
bullshit
stupid.
too.
And even like on the articles that I read, it even said it was like, yeah, this cauldron's kind of hard because it's an apex boss. It's not like the normal like regular bosses that you would have trouble with. So it's probably best to come to this one at the end game, like when you beat the game or like you're close to the end, like the finale, like the last, you know, main story mission. I got so upset. I'm like, I'm stuck in here already. I don't want to lose my upgrades. I don't want to have to run around and do all this stuff again. I'm here. What do I do? Do I just not? No, I have to stay. I have to fight it. So I don't know when I'm going to come back to stream because I need to kill this bitch. And I'm going to die if I have to fight him again, but I have to. Anyways, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I really needed to get that off my chest. I need other people to just hear about it.
I'm glad you told us.
Thank you for listening.
It's all right.
Anyways, you can segue into your thing.
Yeah, I think there's 2 things left that I have. So WoW is coming out with a new expansion.
Ooh.
Either end of this year or early next year. Dragonflight. They're adding a new class. They're re-implementing talent systems. They're overhauling UIs.
Ooh.
New zone. Typical stuff with the expansion. New zone. New quests. Class changes. All kinds of stuff. Basically, they're making WoW 2. Like,
nice.
Completely changing everything. Trying to make the game good again. And it might just be the change that leads up to better change. Because for a long time, for the last fucking, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 years, like retail WoW has just sucked. Major dingus. So it might actually be good this time around. We'll see. And especially,
did they say why they were doing that, or it was just like a decision to just?
They do new stuff with new expansions that come out. Like they're not changing it right away.
Yeah.
But when a new expansion comes out, like they do plan on changing a lot of stuff. Like I know in Cataclysm, they changed like the way the entire world was laid out.
Oh.
They kind of had to because they were adding like world flying when that expansion came out. Like before, you could only fly in like the main zones, like Northrend and fucking Outlands. Like you couldn't really
thought you
fly
could have
in the
a
world.
flying mount, even with the.
You couldn't until Cataclysm. When Cataclysm came out, you could fly all around the world.
Oh, I thought you could because of the pandas.
Well, the pandas came later.
Panda.
But yeah, they had to change the whole world because like if you could like just free roam fly in like the old world, like there would be like glitchy mountain textures and like buildings in the middle of mountains that didn't look like they belonged. Like the game was made for you to run around and do everything like on the ground before.
Yeah.
So they had to change the entire way of the world, and plus they like changed the world the way it would look like even if you were walking around. So it's cool, like kind of like looking at what the game looked like originally, and then it's like, okay, now the game's changing a lot, so we're gonna change the entire world. So it like kind of blew people's mind when Cataclysm first came out, and they completely changed the entire world. Like you probably have fond memories of like questing near this waterfall, but now this waterfall is like destroyed, and now there's just like a stream of lava there instead. Like, it's like, damn, bro, I was questing near there when I was like 14 or something, and it's like now it's gone. Not there anymore.
It's nice though, like, you know, changing it up, giving like new textures and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, people still like WoW. I think they're just looking for reasons to like WoW. They're not genuinely attracted to the game anymore.
It's hard to replace WoW.
Yeah.
You either grew up with WoW or RuneScape, and you can't get those back.
Yeah, I feel like WoW doesn't have a lot of new players. Like, you've either been playing it for a long time or you just, yeah.
It's hard to get new players for something that's been going on for years.
There are people that
and like is an MMO. I think MMOs there's a large market for them, but it's like they don't last too long.
It also has to do with like what your game can offer. Like some people like now, or at least I want to say like now, with like MMOs, especially like recent ones, Final Fantasy 14, like the MMO one, it's, I guess, would be a great example of like what people want from MMOs, since like it's like along with WoW, it's like the top popular one, and I think Elder Scrolls is up there for what like they offer people for gameplay, because it kind of gives everyone like a mix of every type of game style somewhat. Like when I played WoW, I was new to MMOs, but I quickly realized like the type of gameplay it was, and I was like, I'm not a fan of this unless I have a friend. And like I know a lot of people probably do play MMOs to either make friends or to play with friends, so it's kind of like,
yeah,
if you don't have anybody that plays WoW, then like you're kind of reliant on hoping to like make friends or like be in a guild with friends and stuff like that you can make online.
Yeah, for WoW it definitely helps to play with friends, or just you're getting into it just to look for friends. I guess some people do that, or some people just go the lone wolf and then they just do their own thing in the game. There's many ways to play it. The only reason I got into WoW is because I was running out of games to play, and WoW was the only game that all my friends played at the time. So I was like, fuck it, why not? And then I played it, and then shoot, I got addicted for like 2 years, 3 years, something like that. And then around like a year ago, I unsubscribed, and I haven't been subbed since.
Clean.
Been clean. I've been 1 year sober of WoW.
So you're gonna hit up that expansion?
I always play when expansions drop. That's the deal.
You're about to relapse.
It's no, because Shadowlands didn't keep me long. I probably played for like a month when it first came out. That's the thing. Like, it's all about like keeping your audience too. When it comes to like games like that, it's like, how do we keep them interested? Like when Legion was out, I was playing every single day. Like, it was part of my schedule to like wake up, do all my dailies, do all my weeklies in WoW, and then do my mount runs, and then I would fucking do some PvP to like get some like tokens for certain things, and then I would do this, and then I would do world quests to get this, and it's like the way the game was set up is like, okay, so you had they set things up so like, okay, you want this, you have to do this, but you need a certain amount of them, so, and you can, there's a certain cap on how many you can get every day, so you have to play every day until you get that certain amount, and then you can get that one thing. But it's not just about that one thing, it's like other things lead to other things. It's a whole addictive process that they had me in. It just held my interest. But then they got rid of a lot of that, like when later WoW expansions came out, that just, it didn't have it. Like, it didn't make me want to get on the game.
Wow.
So yeah, we'll see.
But I mean, like, it's They're probably doing that to like keep up with like what everyone kind of does want in an MMO. And even you said it, like you were like, I want a lot of the stuff that WoW used to offer, you know, like the old WoW or whatever. So they're probably like adding in the old stuff again to be like, hey, why not try our game again?
Yeah. And I'm sure,
You know?
I'm sure a lot of the old players, like they're just like me. They'll play it for a little bit, like when the new expansion drops, and if they don't like it, then they just stop playing.
They just like me, for real.
Yeah, they just stop playing. That's what I did. I was like, this isn't gonna get any better, so I just stopped. But yeah, I know there's other games like that. Like I'm sure CS:GO had its ups and downs. That's why Nick probably hasn't been serious about the game in a long time.
I was never serious about Go. It's a fun game. I love CS:GO, like back in the day. I think the only thing it was that it was just stagnant. That was pretty much the reason to switch out. Like until Valorant came out, they barely updated that game. Like they could have.
Every single time I've seen like clips of like CS:GO, it's usually like the same. Like, has this game? I sometimes I would have to check the date.
I wouldn't say like the video. I don't mean like updates as in like balance patches, because the game generally is really good and really balanced most of the time. I think it was just like one point where the scope weapons were just super good, and they didn't really fix that for like 2 years. Like, the weapons are fine. When I mean, like, update the game, I mean, like, add just maps that you could fuck around with. Like, they had a thing where it was, like, an operation, where they would take, like, community-made maps and put them into the game.
Cool.
Yeah. Because, like, everything in the game is community-made. Like, all the maps, all of it.
That's nice.
Yeah, and they get paid, and it's really cool. But they would have, like, the operation for, like, one year. It would go on for, like, at most, like, 6 months, and then they wouldn't touch it for another like, 2 years.
That's stupid.
Yeah. And then they, like, completely redid everything because Valorant came out, and then the monetization model was on. And, like, loot boxes were getting into the public eye, and they were like, oh, you know, we should change up our monetization model a tiny bit. So they added a battle pass.
Were they originally on loot boxes, like at launch?
They were the originators of loot boxes.
Really?
Them and Team Fortress 2.
I would not have guessed that.
Like the first, remember like when CS:GO was the hot thing on YouTube? If you weren't watching gameplay, you were watching a CS:GO case open. That's just how it was.
Yeah.
There was two types of content: the gameplay or CS:GO case opens.
I remember the wave. I just don't remember ever watching any openings. Like I heard about them.
Yeah, no. Like they were the first ones to do it, and they were the first ones that saw it work.
Isn't that Didn't Jake Paul get in trouble for like CS:GO gambling?
Not Jake Paul. T. Martin.
Oh, T. Martin. Okay.
Yeah, it was like T. Martin, Syndicate, and then like Josh.
Oh.
Because they had like a the game. The skins are worth actual money. Oh. That was the thing. So they would there are CS:GO gambling sites where you can bet skins. T. Martin and Syndicate, and a little bit of Josh OG. It's kind of like up in the air. I think he was he was on the board, but they owned the site, but never disclosed that they owned the site.
Wow.
Yeah, it violates a ton of FTC laws. So they would gamble on it, knowing that they own the site. It wouldn't matter if they like won or lost or whatever. I don't know if it was rigged or whatever. Some sites were rigged.
Probably was.
Like I can't verify, but they would film it. They would film them like winning and stuff, and obviously, you know, kids would go onto their site and spend money on it.
Yeah. Be like, Mom, Dad.
So, and that's a little bit illegal if you don't disclose that you're like the owner of the site.
Yeah. Interesting.
There was a whole thing about like CS:GO gambling, and like obviously some streamers and YouTubers who did it, they was rigged for them. Those were different sites. Like it was nothing as like extreme as Team Martin did, but like it was still kind of fucky.
Damn.
Yeah, it's all a bit. But I can say now, my CS:GO inventory is actually worth more these days than I did when I first bought them. So I'm making money. It's like stonks.
Stonks.
My CS:GO portfolio is wild.
See, I forget that there are some games where like you genuinely can make like real money. Like there's a Starship game or something like that where like you can actually make real money. And
you can do the same in Rust.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there are a lot of games where I didn't realize it, but like you can actually make money and actually like take it out, and then you have money. Like
it's just about what people are willing to buy.
Yeah, I know.
People see pretty skin, they're like, "Ooh, I want it," and then buy it. Like Valve just made it easy at the time because they had the Steam store right there.
Yeah,
like the community market. People just went off site for it because then they could actually get paid, like have it go into their Steam account.
Crazy to me. Like how far people like tend to go for stuff like that.
When there's a will, there's a way.
There's a will, there's a way. What's the price of an Op Dragon?
A what?
It's the rarest like skin in the game.
Oh, I can't answer that. For
you factory new, which is like the best version, worth around $9,000 to like $12,000.
Jesus Christ!
It is because they like took it out of the game, except for like certain cases that aren't given out anymore. So those cases are worth like at least 10 to like $30 each. And then you have to pay for the keys, which is like another $2. And then you would have to have the lowest chance of getting it. Especially like Fact, which is the best one.
Then yeah, I could definitely understand why like they had a gambling site then.
The whole like they were the first ones to loot box. They knew how the gambling worked.
Yeah.
Fact knew $100. Damn.
Not worth anything anymore.
It's a worth. I think CS:GO skins are still worth. Like I said, mine went up in price.
Nice.
Bought mine for like $20 on the gambling site, and then now it's worth like 90 to 100.
So you can resell them once you get them. It's not like an account thing.
Yeah, if you like, you can sell them off. You can sell them off of the Steam store to like other things and get the money for it. I think there used to be a site for that. I don't remember what it's called. I think it was probably like OP Skins or something, where you could just sell them, buy them. You can sell them on the Steam marketplace, like the community marketplace, but that money would go into your Steam account. Yeah, I do that with trading cards, like all the duplicates I have. I just sell them on the marketplace and get like 10 cents in my Steam account.
10 cents is still saving.
But yeah,
that's smart though.
Yeah, no, Valve's got brain.
Is that why they? Is that why they haven't put out Half-Life 3 yet? They're too busy gambling on CS:GO skins.
I don't think that's true. I don't think CS:GO gambling has been the thing for a hot minute. The big thing for a hot minute. I think they're just slow at doing things. That's just it.
That's what they'd like you to think.
I mean, the newest Half-Life was Half-Life Alyx. And that was VR. Like, you know how much time it would take? Because they were developing VR before VR was like a big thing.
I wonder if they decided to choose to make it VR. I wonder like how that meeting went. They're like, yeah, no, this one's gonna be VR.
I don't know. I think someone was like, listen, I think VR is going to be the next big thing in the future. And they were like, yeah, let's get an early start on that. Because they did that, and then they made the Valve Index.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Which is still like $1,000.
I think because it's like the best one on the market. And you can do it. I like.
It's up there. It's competing right now with the MetaQuest. But more people buy the MetaQuest because it's cheaper. Way cheaper. You can get it for like $400, I think.
Isn't the Steam Deck also like super expensive?
Steam Deck's not that
No, I don't think so. I think it's like $300 at the most.
I think it's $400 if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, it's a better Nintendo Switch, so it should be like...
Yeah, you can get any Steam game you want like in the palm of your hands. It's pretty nice.
And the ones that are in your library, right?
Yeah, it's just ones that work. Because it's on Linux. So it's like, you have to kind of build the game around it. Or build a port around it.
Oh, okay.
Like, people... Not a lot of like game companies specifically port for Linux. Just because the market isn't that high there. It's like only a couple percent.
Yeah. I think the popular games did it though.
Yeah, like big AAA ones would probably like have the money to spend.
That's nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I do know that VR was a really big thing when it was coming out. I think so. Like in 2019, me and my buddy went half and half on what was it? It was the HTC Vive. That thing. Like I knew that like VR was getting crazy because I had a friend that was getting into it. But he had an Oculus, and it wasn't super high res at the time. But when I got the HTC Vive, and I know it's better than the HTC Vive now, like the Index and the MetaQuest is better. But like when I say like my mind was blown putting that thing on, like I was like, what the fuck?
It was just starting to get like really big, and then Half-Life Alyx came out, and it just like this is the bar now. This is what your game could be,
or what it could look like.
Because I don't
not just look like, but how it plays too. Because like you could fuck with everything in Alyx,
and like almost do anything about it.
Almost do any like when Half-Life Alyx came out, everyone you just sang its praises. Like any random bottle on the street, you could probably pick it up and like throw it at someone.
Well, no wonder it gets recommended to me then. I keep getting recommendations to like play it, and I'm like, I don't have VR. Why are you telling me to play this game?
It's just a good game.
No, I know. I'm pretty sure it's also because like the games I have, that's like, oh yeah, by the way, you'd like this game too, and it's like that's fun and all, but like, why the VR? You know, I don't have any VR games. What are you doing? But it makes sense then if like the game's that fun and interactive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day someone else will come into VR and set another bar.
I don't know.
It's happening.
There's talks of Valve actually releasing or doing something where they'll release like a more budget friendly index or something.
They could. I would
want something that's kind of like the MetaQuest that can actually compete with it in like price and like comfortability, and you know the way like the whole way the VR setup is like totally different between the Quest and the Index. Like you still need the sensors, but the Quest you don't need sensors. It's all just like it scans what's around you. Which I think that sounds way better. I don't know why more people aren't doing that.
Probably because it's not like something that people want to spend their money on if they're not 100% sure if they should.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to just put your money out there and like into something if you're not even sure if you're probably going to use it like that.
Dude, I was using the fuck out of the Vive when I had it. Like I was playing Angry Birds on that bitch like all day.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about Angry Birds. Holy crap. What happened to that?
They made a VR version of it. That's as far as I know.
Yeah, they made a VR version.
And it was fucking fun.
Oh, it was like super freaking popular. And
I mean, they made a movie, and then that's usually just like the apex. It's not really coming back after that.
It was, yeah. They had a big name actor voice acting it.
Yeah.
What else do you want them to do with Angry Birds, Arlene?
Nothing. I was just like really surprised. I didn't know what happened to it. It just all of a sudden disappeared from my head.
Everybody had a phone.
Not just my head, but like just like
they play Angry Birds
or whatever.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where it had its time. Now people just move on.
Like I still hear about Candy Crush. Pisses me off.
Yeah, Candy Crush is like the quintessential. It's just the quintessential game, like boomer game. Just because it's easy, it's just Bejeweled. It's like match 3.
Yeah.
But it's owned by like Microsoft, I think. I think they bought it, so they're gonna keep pushing it.
Hopefully, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just hoping that something more competition friendly, because if it wasn't for the fact that I can't like play my Steam games on a meta, then I would totally get one. They're like so worth, it seems. Yeah.
You put it on, and then you'll become Mark.
Dude, I don't know if I'd play VR chat, but I'd play so many VR games. So many.
VR chat is a place. It's a place.
Dude, it's like there's like the real world, and then there's VR chat. Like it's like its own dimension.
Its own world.
It's got an economy and shit.
Downloaded VR chat. I didn't have the VR, so it was just like regular.
Yeah, you don't need it for it. You can still like fuck around with your keyboard and mouse.
I was like, there are crackheads in here. What is happening?
Mm-hmm. My queen.
I have a buddy of mine who makes VR chat, like virtual reality videos, and got big off of VR chat roleplay stuff.
Nice.
Like he and his friends roleplayed with or not roleplayed, but like made funnies with Attack on Titan characters. And it blew up. And it blew up. Name's Rickle on YT. He's pretty cool.
Check him out.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/
Rickle.
Yep.
Cool.
Like pickle.
Rickle his pickle.
But yeah, there were like videos he did where he talks to just random people who are like furries. And it's just a fun time. It's just the funniest thing. Like
yeah, honestly though.
If you see VR chat communities and like a lot of furries, you know you're in for a time.
Yeah. I guess if you had the energy for it, you could just go into VR chat and just fuck with people. And that would be great content.
Who made VR chat? Or was like it was just always there and it just got popular because of like YouTubers?
I mean, someone definitely made up the idea because he was like, "Hey, people should talk to each other on virtual reality."
Wow, being like anime girls.
You guys should get outside.
Touching grass.
Go touch grass. Yeah.
I think it was like one of those people who were like, probably the dev who was like seeing what could be with VR, you know, sort of like Valve. And, like, I'd say he did what he set out to do, even if it's a little wild.
A little?
A little bit. Because, I mean,
definitely can do a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the community makes more, like, maps and shit. Like,
I went to a SpongeBob map. That was fun.
People, like, do full on, like, roleplay servers in VR chat. And not, like, actual, when I say roleplay servers, I mean, like, actual roleplay, not the sex. No ERP allowed.
Yeah, the ERP is the only community that's how I was introduced to VR chat, through the ERP section.
Doesn't sound safe.
It's not. You shouldn't go there.
10 out of 10, do not recommend.
Yeah, it is not for the light of heart.
Honestly, though. Oh, Wheezy.
What up?
It's 2 hours and 9 minutes.
Yeah, we're cutting out the first 15.
Yeah, we did 20 minutes
Okay, I
of
was about to say, I was
troubleshooting.
like,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, I was like, I
So
don't
I
know
was
if you
like,
know.
10 more minutes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I was gonna say, I was like, I don't know if Jordan's gonna be okay.
Jordan's gonna be okay with an extra long episode. Oh no.
Yeah. I think he's going to
Apparently,
upload the
Wheezy got
episode.
a lot of.
And what he should
gotta
do
talk
is
to-
just keep the rest and just keep.
keep the 15 minutes of troubleshooting.
Yeah, for a BTS. Yeah. I still want to. I want to go back in my VOD and hear what you sounded like when you were peaking.
Probably insane.
It'll be great.
Because
I wasn't even peaking. It was you. It was your fault.
All your fault,
say-
Wheezy. Good job.
I was like, oh shit, you're red.
How did that even happen?
He had his OBS on the volume mixer turned all the way down.
It was literally at 0. That's why you guys were so quiet.
So it probably just couldn't get the output, or like it was probably like getting the output from it was getting the output probably from Windows.
Yeah, so we
And
got
Windows probably turned it way the fuck down because it was turned way the fuck down.
it was all the way down.
Jesus.
Like I don't even know how any sound was getting out at all, but we kind of fixed the sound like halfway, just for messing with like a compressor and shit. And then I was like, oh wait, OBS is all the way down, and then I just turned it up to 80 from 0. And then I look over at the Discord bar and it's just red every time fucking Nick was talking. I was like, oh shit.
You probably turn that. You probably turn that up. You could probably just later turn that up to 100. That way you can know what individual you would need to fuck with.
Yeah.
Because like it's not like it's making noise. Really, it's just in the volume mixer, so it could take the output from, your computer.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Did
we have another topic?
Mike Tyson beat this guy on a plane today.
Oh,
Why?
Because he was annoying him. I guess the guy took a picture with Mike before they got on the plane, and he sat right behind him and was like whispering shit in his ear and just like trying to rap with him and just being super annoying. And Mike kept telling him to stop and stop and stop, and then he got sick of telling him to stop, so he turned around and punched him until he stopped.
Yeah, that's normal, Mike Tyson.
It's normal?
I mean,
Yeah.
like, really, you're gonna fuck with a guy that was known for one piece knocking people out back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna fuck with a boxer and just expect to not get
He was
punched.
the first guy who was just he was out like talk shit, get hit.
Yeah.
Like he's been like the quintessential for that. But hey, now they know.
I say the kid
For sure.
I know. The whole Will Smith thing. It's like, you shouldn't hit people. It's not okay. But really, you're gonna fuck with Mike Tyson. Like, I feel like you should just know better at this point. Like, come on.
All the people to like bother. I don't think in general it's like the smartest to pick him.
Yeah, if I really wanted to fuck with somebody and Mike Tyson walked past me in an airport, I would be like, nah, not today. Come on, Mike Tyson, are you fucking kidding me?
Like, I don't know what compelled this dude to do that, but somebody needs to have a conversation with him and tell him, like, hey, buddy, yeah, no, not him.
And he didn't just come out swinging. Like, the report literally said, like, he told the kid to stop, he wouldn't, and so the next thing he did was he, like, beat the shit out of him, yeah.
Either he learned a lesson or he's not a fan anymore, so... That's all I can really say about that. I don't know.
I don't think he's really looking for fans. I think the people that are fans of him are just fans of him.
No, not Mike Tyson.
The people that are the people that are fans of Mike Tyson would know he would do that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you don't know who Mike Tyson is, you just know him as Mike Tyson, as the guy that runs like a smoking podcast. It's like, he's not a nice fellow. I mean, I've heard he's very nice to talk to, but like, he's not somebody you want to fuck with. Like, he was like knocking people out like in less than 30 seconds in boxing. Like, he was known for like one punch knocking somebody out. Like, and you're gonna fuck with him at an airport, or not in an airport. They were on the plane when this happened.
Girl, you shouldn't be doing anything on a plane like that. Like, you're gonna mess with something on a plane? We're in the sky. Yeah. There's nowhere to go, and you're gonna do that right now? Seriously?
Like, he was giving off like crying kid energy, like just being fucking annoying because he took a picture with you, and then you're gonna continue to be annoying.
Yeah, like, he gave you what you wanted. Why are you continuing?
I don't know.
I wish I'd seen that.
You know what? I think I would box Mike Tyson once for the experience, like after at least a couple months of training.
I wouldn't.
I feel like that would be an experience.
I mean, it would definitely send you to have an experience.
It'll give you a brain damage experience.
But it would be an experience.
It would be an honor to be brain damaged by Mike Tyson.
I mean, hey, the YouTubers are doing it.
Yeah, but YouTubers are not deemed as the smartest, uplifting citizens, though.
That's good. Neither am I.
That they can do that. Like, I'm not saying like you can't, as like a YouTuber, join a sport.
It's not like they're doing that without like training, though.
No, I know.
Like I'm saying, like after like a month or a year of training, I would do it. I'd get in the ring with them. I wouldn't do it now.
Like, Mike Tyson just kicks down your door. Box me, motherfucker.
If he does that, I'm putting on the gloves though. He comes all the way to my house and tells me to box him, I'm putting on the gloves.
Yeah, you can't really just say no to that.
I ain't saying no to that.
I'd still say
you did this for me, Mike? Anything for you.
I would try and just get money from him. You're trespassing? That's money. I'm gonna sue you while you're at my home.
I read somewhere one time that
then that turns the box into a street fight.
It's not a street fight if I just tell you I'm calling the police. It's not my fault.
Trust me, with Mike Tyson, it's still a street fight.
You can say whatever you want.
You don't have a choice in the matter.
I do have a choice. You're in my house. He has the choice to do whatever he wants. That's not wrong.
The choice is going to be the fight.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Telling the police is going to
be a regular beatdown, and I'm going to take the beatdown so I can get money. You came to my house. You broke down my door to fight me, and I'm telling you, you trespassed. And I don't want to fight you, and you still chose to fight me. As in self-defense. I am a defenseless young woman who knows nothing about defending herself. So quite frankly, I'm just going to take your money. And I like money more than I like bruises. But if it means that I get money, I'll take a couple bruises, maybe like a fractured rib or something. I'm okay with that. My money will pay for it.
Erlene's a businesswoman. We've discussed
I
this.
just like money. If I could get money out of it, I'm gonna try and get money out of it.
Yeah. Anyway, moral of the story is I would beat up Mike Tyson.
Moral of the story.
Moral of the story.
FYI, just in case Mike Tyson hears this is a disclaimer.
Come over here. Put on the gloves.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up, Mike. Pull up. Nick wants to smoke.
Literally.
Oh, man.
Dumb whore. Just do what I'm asking.
And Erlene called you a dumb whore.
I'm not calling him a dumb whore. I'm calling this string a dumb whore.
But yeah, that's all the topics. Anything you guys wanted to talk about in particular?
Gearbox. It's a couple. One of those Tales from Borderlands 2.
Here, speak up. You're not really getting picked up.
Ah!
Oh my god, you okay?
Gearbox just announced a couple of games.
They
One
did?
of them is from their publishing and stuff. One of them is Tales from the Borderlands 2.
Ooh.
Wow. Is it Telltales that's making it or not?
No, it's not gonna be Telltale. It's made in house, so could be if they have the writers, maybe it could be good. If they hire them on as contractors, if not, yeah, up in the air.
Definitely up in the air. I mean, they freaking. I mean, Weezy already knows. I already complained about it enough.
I played Borderlands 3.
Did you like it?
No.
Okay, cool. We're on the same boat then. Yes. I'm so glad I'm getting more people.
Okay. I like the gameplay. I don't like the story. Like the
No. This is the exact reason
if I
don't
play
like
it, I turn all the audio off.
You know what? I probably should have done that. Maybe then I would have liked the game. Or just change the language, man, you know? Like, I don't have to know what's actually happening. And if I wanted to know, I could have just Wikipedia'd it. Oh well.
Yeah.
Freaking hate that game. Stupid.
I've heard good things about Wonderlands though, but like I want to wait until it like.
Oh yeah, Weezy, can you play with me still?
Yeah, just tell me when.
I don't know if you beat it already, but I haven't touched it.
No, I haven't touched it yet.
Okay, cool.
So wherever we left off last is where we're at.
Unfortunately, I know where we left off last, and I don't know what the mission was. I just know Claptrap is there, so that's...
Love that guy.
The reason I remember.
She's not a fan of Claptrap, but I love Claptrap.
Okay, cool. So mad he didn't die, and instead of like just leaving,
they would never kill Claptrap. He's a mascot.
Yeah, mascot of death.
It's just like one of those things where like he's annoying because he's supposed to be annoying, but because he's supposed to be annoying, he's annoying.
He's not the same without his Borderlands 2 voice actor.
R.I.P. He's not dead before when he die.
He's not dead before when he die.
R.I.P. Betty White. Oh wait,
that was so funny.
Such a good freestyle.
I also liked. Oh fuck, who's that guy? Oh
Which one?
Damn it!
I showed you like 3, I think.
Yeah, there was one guy that I really liked.
Vince.
Vince Staples.
Love Vince.
He went into the booth. He was like, "Kenny Beats is the police." I was like,
Stream Ramona Park broke my heart.
Yeah.
Stream his newest album. It's pretty fire.
I'll have to listen to it. I like him. I also
Love that
liked
dude.
his Hot Ones episode. He was on Hot Ones like a couple years ago.
Yeah, I love that episode. Right, talking shit about all about the flavors.
Yeah. He's sitting there sucking on his lips going, oh man. And then he's just like, man, this ain't even that hot. He's like, this is baby food, bro.
Baby food sometimes is delicious.
Baby food is just people food.
No.
Smash.
It's no.
There are some baby foods that are just as disgusting as, people food.
Exactly.
For the most part, it's pretty good.
Exactly. It is people food.
Are you saying babies aren't people?
No. Babies can't do anything without a person.
Babies don't pay taxes.
Yeah, babies aren't real people. They're just babies.
You're not a real person until you pay your first tax.
Well, not about taxes.
What about
at least
sales
until
tax?
I wasn't a real person until last year.
I've been a real person for only 5 years then. Damn.
I was only gonna say until you have a credit score. I don't really care about that. You don't pay taxes.
Damn, I'm not a real person.
Yeah, I gave Weezy the out. Now he's not a real person.
God damn it!
Weezy, you don't have a credit score?
I don't have any credit. No,
bro, buy a credit card.
No. First of all, you have a credit score. Go to Credit Karma, get it, and then just put in your information. You have credit.
Not sponsored.
You have a credit score.
Not sponsored.
It's not sponsored. No, but it is free. You have a credit. As soon as you're 18, you have a credit. Anything that you have paid for, hospital bills, college, doesn't matter, a loan, it's on your credit, whether you know it or not. You have a credit score. You just don't know what it is. Get Credit Karma and check, because it's important to know. That's how you're able to get houses. That's how you're able to get a car. How you're able to, afford an apartment for rent. You need to know that information. Even for hospitals, they'll ask you what's your health insurance? Your health insurance checks your credit score. You need to know that stuff. Whether you get health insurance or not, it's just check your credit score and then try and build it.
Yeah, and then
and if you have questions about it, you can Google it or you can ask.
And then maybe just get a credit card. Just doesn't even have to be high. Mine's a $500 limit. You only spend
didn't get an increase?
I could. I just haven't.
My credit card, they gave me an increase as soon as I paid.
I think they gave me $100 increase or so, but I never really actively look for it. But you spend 30% and then you pay that off, you're golden. Your credit score goes up.
If anything, the best place, and obviously it's hard to do this, but I told you if you're gonna, depending on what type of credit card you're gonna use it for, if it's personal or it's expenses, the best place to leave your your spending limit is minimum, the best spot, less than 10%. Reality, Nick said, 30%.
30%. That's what companies look for.
If you can keep it at least 20%, that's even better. It's not realistic though. So 30% is the best place. You never want to pass that. If you do, you immediately lose points. It's stupid. I don't know why. I'm Jesus, I spent a little bit more just this one time and already I'm losing points. Okay, thanks. Not I haven't been spending, a good amount recently. I've been paying it off consistently. But yeah, no, the one time I went over 30, okay, my credit's going to go down by 5 points. Okay.
So you just get credit by paying stuff off on time, right?
Yeah. Basically, it depends also how much you pay and all that. If you do the bare minimum, probably not going to go up by much. My minimum's $15. But realistically, $15 isn't going to help me that much, so I pay most of it off, I think. At least my statement for a while when I was when I didn't have a full-time job. I had that racked up and I had to pay $150 at a time.
Damn.
Yeah, shit happens. But
actually, that's not even that bad. You're not. Obviously, $150 isn't a lot. It's a lot to scoff at. But considering credit card wise, that's not that bad. It was when I was
in college.
Yeah.
But like I said, the credit limit wasn't high either. It was $500, so it was okay. I'm paying a good amount of it off.
It's nice.
All right, so I guess we're gonna end the podcast off with I need a credit card.
Yes.
You need credit.
At minimum, maybe not a credit card yet.
Apparently I have
Check
credit.
your credit
I just don't
score.
know what it is.
Check your credit score. Minimum. Forget the credit card at least right now. Check your credit score. See what the heck you have. See what you owe.
What I owe? I owe shit?
Do you owe shit?
Yeah, Weezy, I don't know if
I've
you
never
know this,
bought
but, like,
anything.
Do you have like medical bills that you pay for?
Fuck
Have you
no.
paid medical bills?
Fuck no.
What the fuck?
No. Have you been to the doctor at all whatsoever? Because once you go to the doctors, as soon as you turn 18, it goes under your name. If you got a loan, whether it's for a school or for a job or for a home, it's under your name. If you have any bills, even on a credit card, it's under your name. Whether you realize it or not, it's gonna be there. Electric bills can also technically be put onto your credit score. Not entirely, it probably wouldn't be, but it could be covered underneath that like thing if they decided to put it there. I don't know why. I doubt that they do that anymore, but that's what I heard that they could do. I don't think so. Like I said, I have to triple check that. But regardless, any type of loan, medical thing, school thing, you probably have debt on it. Maybe you are lucky and you don't have anything and like your score's fine. It hasn't just been touched. In which case, that's great. You're starting from blank. Now you can get a credit card and go up. You don't want to go down. Please don't go down. If you're blank, great. If you're not, you should know. And in general, even if like you are blank, it's still just good to know what your baseline is. And on the case that like you decide, hey, I want to get a nicer home or something like that, or I want to get a nicer car. What's my credit? So I know what I'm able to afford and what I'm able to get with that score.
All right. I will do that.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything y'all want to say to the people?
Make sure you
Go
eat
into
if you
debt.
need to eat.
Go into debt.
Go into debt.
It's very good advice.
If you go into debt, try and put it under somebody else's name, never yours.
Hey, yo, isn't that illegal?
No. It's consensual. Like, it's a consensual, like, thing. Like, if they're like, oh, you should probably pull out a loan. Bet if you put your name on it, I will take the loan. You could give people a loan. You could, like, literally, like, let's say, like, you wanted to pull out a loan right now for me. You can do that. It would just be under your name. Or you could put it under my name.
Yeah, just slide the SSN.
Yeah. Just, hand over the responsibility to someone else. Make it their problem, not yours.
Nice.
That way, your credit score is still clean. What are they going to do? They can't do anything. They're the ones that have a bad credit score now.
Yeah.
That's so mean. I shouldn't be recommending that kind of thing.
Yeah,
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. Recommend something morally sound like identity theft.
No, don't do identity theft. You could go to like federal prison and stuff like that. Regular like loan shit, you could probably get like a fine, maybe some jail time, but like don't do identity theft. That's like jail. Like you ain't got time to be spending in jail. We all know this.
All right, we got the legal disclaimer out of the way, so yeah, do identity theft.
All right. Gonna end it there. Bye.